Alright, in this video we're just talking about LED panels and how to make them more interesting and softer. So in this video I'm using a LED light from Releno. They did send it to me, but no money was exchanged and 100% is all my opinion. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So imagine this scene. It's a living room, it's a cozy living room scene where there is the window light coming in and there's a lamp. So pretty much what I have done is I have set up my typical key light with the diffusion with my fill light. So if I take you guys on a tour, basically like my other YouTube tutorials, I just love this thing. I just love the shower curtain. I just love how soft and how diffused the light is. And pretty much similar to my Aputure, I have my LED light shooting through this shower curtain. And basically shower curtain just acts as a poor man's Slim Jim or like a scrim. So pretty much I have this 45 degrees incline from the sofa acting as a key light. And of course in a wide shot, the windows would actually be open and the lamp would actually be on, just to establish the idea that those two are the light sources that's being lit in the scene. But in this case, of course, I have them turned off because I want to be able to control the light that I want, right? So in this case, again, it's just the LED light shooting through the shower curtain, and it's the fill light that is filling in the shadows. So let me put this camera back on the wide shot and I'll show you what is happening in this scene. All right, so this is a super straightforward, simple video. I just wanted to just make this video testing out the LED lights, but also kind of showing you what you can do with a couple of LED lights lying around. Like, look at this shot. Like, this shot looks pretty good. Of course it's not perfect, but in like a living room scene where you want to light a scene in the living room and you want to showcase the actor in a nice way, then yeah, this is pretty good. And I'll actually physically show you what the lighting is doing. So what's nice about these LED lights is that they have a wireless remote, so I can individually turn off the lights and start from scratch. So this is literally just a scratch. As you can see, if I look at my EL zone, it's hella dark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn on my motivated daylights, which is the windows, and boom. And that already does a lot of the stuff. And surprisingly, these lights are pretty bright. They can go all the way up to 45 watts, which is surprisingly really bright for a scene like this where you have no windows. And like my previous videos, I gotten a lot of comments where people were saying, oh, like the 120 watts is literally doing nothing. The daylight, the light coming from the window is absolutely overexposing the shots. Like, it's not doing anything. And of course, when you're shooting up against the window, of course you want a powerful light. And I do mention that in my previous lighting tutorials. But in this scenario, 45 watts is just perfectly enough to not only light my face, but light the stuff around me. So this is pretty much what the key light is doing. If you look at the EL zone, as you can see, pretty much everything is in the purple, but then when I turn on the light, all of it is a -1 to 0. So that's a perfect start. So if you like this dramatic look, then you can just leave it as it is. But for me, because I want to motivate the lamp and have a little bit of a color contrast, I'm going to turn on my fill light, which is at 3300. Actually no, I can change that to 3200 Kelvin. And now I kind of have like this contrast between 5600 daylight and 3200 fill light. And when you set your white balance to 4400, give or take 43 or 44, that will give you like a perfect balance between warmth and coolness. So when you're filming like these type of scenes, even at night, this is the trick to getting cooler or warmer colors, right? If you want cooler temperatures, then you white balance for tungsten, and if you want warmer lights, then you white balance for daylight. So yeah, if there's few things I don't like about the light though, is that the stands and the mounts are kind of awkward. So if you actually see here, which I'll actually walk to my second camera, these mounting points are pretty cheap, but again, for the price that you're paying for these LED lights, it's absolutely insane the amount of wattage you get out of these lights. Again, the stand and the mount is kind of mediocre, but the output, this is where it matters, right? The output of the lights are super bright for LED. So if you're looking for a pretty affordable option of a LED panel, then I think these are pretty good. But this is pretty much the best you can do with LED panels, right? I've seen other people kind of argue that LED panels are kind of flat. You can't really shape light with LED panels, but I mean, as you can see, it looks pretty good, right? Using the shower curtain with the bar going across to keep the shower curtain in place, using a 5-in-1 reflector disc. All of this stuff can change your LED panel to look good. And the fact that you have your wireless remote, you can individually see how the light is affecting your image. And of course, when I sit back, yeah, sure, there's a shadow in the wall, but that's where wireless monitor and wireless remote control comes in handy, right? It's because you can see all of this stuff without having to go back and forth between the lights. So it's a really good bonus that these Velenos, they have that. So good for you guys. But for some reason it has channels A and B and C, but then for some reason it doesn't actually save the settings. So when you switch back and forth, you have to readjust the setting. So that's kind of annoying, but yep, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully this video gave you guys a pretty good insight on having a pretty simple lighting setup just using 2 LED panels. And it doesn't have to be these LED panels, it can be pretty much any LED panels you have around. Obviously Amaran is the best in the industry, but whatever works, right? And this is just a proof to show you guys that you guys don't really need anything expensive to light a scene. And yeah, so hopefully this video was helpful. I know it was a long one, and hopefully you guys took away something nice out of this video. So if this video was helpful, please leave a like, share and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.